How y'all doing? Hey y'all. Sitting out on the carport, chucking some corn out of the garden. Not what I'd want to be doing right now, but it is what I'm doing right now. What are y'all doing? Hey, how are ya? You want some corn? I don't know how long you're supposed to stay on here till you give up on people showing up. So thank you for showing up, Heather. You don't like corn or you don't want to shuck corn? I had to move under the carport because it started sprinkling. Then I moved under the carport and out of the shade, out from under the shade tree where there was a little bit of breeze going. And now I'm hot. It's sweet corn. It's what we put out this time. It's little though. It's little bitty small ears. But they're pretty. And they're sweet. There's not a lot of, the silks are coming off pretty easy. Let's see. Rather get mine from the can. But you wouldn't mind a mess of taters? There's a lot of taters. And I've still got to go through and sort those things out. I didn't let them cure enough before I put them up, and there's been a few try to rot. And I don't know if you've ever smelled a rotten potato, but they stink. They stink. Oh, everybody's leaving me. I must not be very interesting. Maybe they're leaving to go subscribe to my channel. Anyway, it's pretty good corn. We had a mess of it last week, and I fried a skillet full, and it was really good. Didn't need a lot of butter, didn't need a lot of salt. I don't sugar my fried corn like a lot of people do. I just put it in there with a little bit of butter and a little bit of lard and or bacon grease, whatever's available, and fry it till a couple of kernels pop. And it's ready to eat with a good tomato, room temperature tomato, one fresh out of the garden. Never, ever, ever put a tomato in the refrigerator. Well, Just ruins it and makes it gritty and gristly and yucky. It's a pretty day today. It's back up in the 90s, but at least it's not 100. Oh, just me and you, Heather, if you're still here. I must not be very interesting just sitting here talking about corn. Anybody in the garden today? Harvesting anything? Oh, well. Welcome to Tennessee. Shortly. Anybody's garden doing really well, or got anything going on? Got any volunteers to come sit on the carport with me? I'll probably give these shucks and stuff to the horses. Just that little bit, and the silks are already about gone. It's pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. So you're driving or flying or coming to Tennessee just to watch your granddogs. That's pretty cool. What's everybody else doing? Talk to me. My name's Darcy. I have a YouTube channel on YouTube, Life on Helton Creek, but my name's Darcy. We do some farming and some gardening and wrangling and cows and just living in Tennessee. We're in Tennessee. Hey, Shelby. It's been quite the hot spell here in Tennessee. It has been, let's say for the humidity here in Tennessee, they say it's 93 degrees, but the feels like is 314 with the humidity. The feels like is always super hot in Tennessee because the humidity here is just pretty impressive. I'll put it like that. So, what y'all doing today? Yeah, it's been difficult to breathe. There's been a lot of respiratory problems, especially with stuff, you know, with the different trees blooming and I forget what they call it, whatever the count is, that is the allergy count, whatever the tree is, it's been really, really high. Then school started back yesterday here. I am in Tennessee. I'm in Middle Tennessee, about an hour outside of Nashville, give or take. And I'm shucking corn, sweet corn. And just thought I'd pop on and see what everybody was into today. School started back yesterday, so I expect all the flus and the bad colds and all of that stuff will start back just any time. Ain't she pretty? One little bad spot right there. Well, that's not even a bad spot. That kernel just decided not to pop out. But she looks pretty good. And she tastes pretty good. And the silks aren't too thick, not too bad. Oh, you're going to school tomorrow? Where do you go to school? Young or old? College or... Okay, now this one is not so great. This one, a lot of kernels missed on this one. Picked it a little early. But the silks turn dark, and that's usually the sign that it needs to be picked. But the top didn't fill out. Can you see that? I don't know where that is, but uh-oh. Here come my granddogs across the road. Oh, Louisville. I was just through Louisville this weekend at a family reunion going in Scottsburg. I just drove through Louisville. Gosh, I love all your construction. It's almost as fun as Nashville construction. I'm being a smart aleck, ain't I? Sorry. I have family that owns a funeral home in Louisville. Borden Cemeteries. I have family in Louisville. I must be kind of boring. Oh, Shelby left. Sorry. Oh, thank you, Heather. Thank you, Heather. You're my best cheerleader. All right, that's my last one. I now have a bowl full here. I think I'll cut some off and have it for supper, and I think I'll cut some off and put it in the freezer. Corn silks make me itch. Oh, thank you, Shelby. Y'all are so kind. So sweet. Last one in the bucket. I love corn, but I hate shucking corn, and I hate silking corn, and I hate pulling corn, and it's pretty though, ain't it? And it was free. Well, I think the seeds cost $4 and something. I don't remember exactly. Oh, it's good and sweet. I don't know if y'all ever ate raw corn, but it's good. We don't spray it. We don't do anything with it. That's all the silk's left right there. This variety is pretty good on the silk for sure. But we don't spray anything in the garden. I don't even use Sevin Dust or anything like that anymore. I used to. But there's a live we did a couple weeks ago where we did our potato harvest, and that was crazy. We ended up with 14 or 15 buckets of potatoes. Kennybeck white taters, and what were the red ones? I don't remember which variety they were, but they were red potatoes. And they've turned out to be really good, but we won't ever eat 15 5-gallon buckets full of potatoes. So we're trying to do the share with my son and their family and my other son and their family, and they all love taters, and the grandbabies love taters. So tomorrow I will be making supper for my oldest son, and he wants me to fix stewed potatoes like his granny used to fix. And I don't make them as good as his granny did, but I can try. Stewed potatoes are kind of hard. You either cook them too dry or cook them too wet, one way or the other. But now his granny could cook anything. What am I going to make with the corn? I'm going to fry a skillet full first, and then I'll probably freeze the rest of it. There's probably about 4 more rows to pick, and let me see if I've got hang on. And this other 5-gallon bucket, there's more, but I'm going to cut it across here where the top of the kernels are, but I'm going to leave the shuck pulled up. So I'm going to cut this off, and then I'm going to cut it off just above the, whatever you call this, stem. And we'll cut it just above that, and I'm going to leave the shucks on it, and I'm going to freeze it in a freezer bag like that. I've seen several people doing it on the internet. They just pull off the first couple of layers of shucks where it's light green, and like you would pull this off, of course. And then they take that and they cut it off here just above where it's making, and right here just above the stalk, and put it in a Ziploc bag, shucks and all, and freeze it. And what they say is, when you take it out of the freezer and you thaw it, you can cut it off the cob, or you can boil it on the cob, that it tastes as good as when you got it out of the garden. So I'm going to try that this year because, yeah. I've got a Pampered Chef cutter, which I'm not in the house, so I can't show you, but there's a Pampered Chef corn cutter that you just run right down that, and it strips it and gets the juice out of it, the corn milk out of it, and it cuts that thing clean. I love it. I have given several as wedding gifts, and I have one in my kitchen, and I have one hidden in case that one ever breaks, but I've had it for a long time, and I love it. I'm all about the gadgets. I love a gadget for anything. Let's see. Have you ever heard of potato patties? Oh, yes. There is no recipe. That's one of those good old granny recipes. Leftover mashed potatoes, and all you do is, there goes one of my barn cats. All you do is take your leftover mashed potatoes. You don't have to warm them up or anything, according to how many you have left. Put 1 or 2 eggs in, a little flour, a little salt and pepper. I like to heavy pepper my potato patties. And then you mix it all up to the consistency of about a pancake or a little thicker. And you fry it in the skillet. And they are fantastic. They are incredible. You can make them out of fresh made mashed potatoes, but they're just not as good as they are when you make them with leftover mashed potatoes from yesterday. But that's it. A couple of eggs, a little bit of flour, make it up in make them thick, up in a kind of a patty like, And you can fry them in anything. Of course, I don't use vegetable oil, but I have fried them in avocado and olive oil. I have fried them in lard. Just fry them up, and they are fantastic. And you don't need anything else with them. Whoops. You don't need anything else with them. They're good to eat with anything. They're really good to eat for breakfast. They're good to eat just by themselves off a plate. We love them. The boys used to love those when they were little. They're not hard to make. They're not hard to make at all. I live out in the country, so everything in the world drives by my house, from a tractor to a four-wheeler to a backfiring motorcycle. All of it. When you live out in the country, everybody drives everywhere. Anything, everywhere. So, what you doing, Rowdy? What else? Anybody else got a question? Comment? Are you in the garden? You out of the garden? Y'all give me a thumbs up like if you're in here. Well, let me just take a moment to beg you to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe there. I hadn't put a video out in a minute, and I got to get that done. I've been a little under the weather, so that sometimes makes things hard to do. Can y'all see the puffy clouds? We've had just a sprinkle. We need some rain. Our creeks are dry. We're lucky that we've got a deep area on that end of the creek where the cows can go get a drink, but we're really dry. We really need some rain. So we're not gonna complain if it comes one. Say hello. Whew. Well, I'm done with this batch. I'm gonna get it in the house and get it in the refrigerator. I hope y'all have a wonderfully blessed day. I hope you bless somebody else with it. Well, there's more people popping in. Say hi, y'all. I've never met a stranger in my life, and I've been told my whole life I'd talk to a wall, and I will, so. Hi, Heather. All right, Heather, I'm getting off here. I will talk to you later, and I will see everybody else later. Y'all be blessed. Remember, you are never alone. Bye, y'all.